Hello everyone and welcome back to Bottom Tier Otaku. In today's video, we're gonna review a brand new anime called Sentenced to Be a Hero. This anime was just aired recently on January 3rd, 2026, and it made a special 60-minute first episode, which is awesome in my opinion. Love to see those 60-minute episode. 58 minute to be exact, but still I think that a 60-minute episode should become a staple in the anime industry going forward. Now, let us dive deep into the world of Sentenced to Be a Hero and what it has to offer. We start the anime with a chasing scene. A pink-haired, astolfo looking character from Fate Apocryph is running away with a coffin and he is being chased by monsters. Then we cut off to a carriage that is also being attacked by monsters, and people are getting absolutely wrecked here. They are dying, their body parts are getting chopped off, and all of this is going to be uncensored, which I like in my opinion. There is no black filter in this, which I'm very happy with that. Let's not have the Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 bullshit going on right here in this awesome show. All of this is uncensored, 100% awesome stuff. So just as these monsters are closing in on the pink head character, our main character makes his entrance, diving deep from above the sky and plunging into the monster, killing the monster on impact. We do see that the pink head character is called Dota, and our main character is going to be Xylo. Dota here is actually injured among the ruckus. There is a small piece of wood that is into his stomach. I think this is a very gruesome scene. After that, they went on to invest the coffin. Now, this coffin plays a very important role because just as they open the coffin, they see a little girl inside of it. Now, Xylo here immediately recognizes that this is a goddess. To that, Dota replies that he doesn't think that this is a goddess. He was thinking that goddess looked like big whale slash lumps of iron, which is a very weird remark for him to make, because how could a big whale look like a goddess? This big whale reminded me of that white whale from ReZero. There are many anime references in this, like Astolfo and ReZero. But after that, the coffin is still here and the girl is not moving. As they move forward and look at the edge of the cliff that these holy knights are being attacked, the goddess is surprisingly waking up and talking with them. The goddess voice is very childish in my opinion, and the way she acts as also, it seems very childish, and it's not very mature tone compared to the theme of the anime, which is surprisingly mixing well in my opinion. And she calls our main character as her knight. The name of this goddess is going to be Teorita, which is also an awesome name. However, one remark I have to make is that her hair has flame attached to the side of it. Her hair seems a bit weird to me, a bit special in my opinion. And after that, Xylo makes another dramatic entrance to save the holy knights. He just jumps off the cliff, and here the animation is awesome. He's fighting against the horde of monsters that were attacking these holy knights. Here the animation is insane. It does seem like at a glance that Xylo may be very overpowered, but this battle is a high stake battle. Death is around the corner. This fight feels real. This fight feels like he could lose his life at any moment. And just as the fighting is finished, there is a brief conversation between our main character and the commander, and the commander, after realizing that that's a pinner hero, his attitude immediately changes. Then we cut forward to Commander Kivia, where there is also fighting going on towards the crossing of the river. Now here, Dota immediately bails out. I think this is a very comedic scene. There is a battle going on and Dota just bolted out of here again to steal. It seems like Dota likes to steal stuff here and there. The coffin was also stolen. Now our main character immediately goes up to the river and gives them a backup. Here they have a brief fighting scene, and then he meets the commander Kivia. They have a brief conversation amidst the battle in between the river, and just as she recognizes, oh, you are Xylo, and she's about to say something, we see another wave of monsters popping up. This time they are overwhelming, and one of these monsters shots a blob of mass towards the army, which erupted, and then there were small monster babies coming out of it. I think this is very gross in my opinion. They're shooting a blob of mass which could potentially kill people, and from that blob of mass, these cockroach looking monsters are coming. This was very creepy but very dangerous in my opinion. They were overrunning the soldiers at a higher pace. Oh my god. This was like end game. This was like end game, and monsters are popping up everywhere. One another remark that I want to make is, these monsters don't have eyes. It seems like these monsters are corrupted to some degrees. You can see some kind of big fungus around the eyes, or in some cases around the necks of these monsters. So these monsters don't look like typical monsters. However, it looks like they are infected with some kind of fungus to some degree. So again, another chaos is being unfolded here. Our hero is down for the count along with the goddess Theorita as well. Now here, Theorita offers the hero to make a covenant with her. Now this scene is also very dramatic because we can see the cries, we can hear the cries of the soldiers that are being absolutely wrecked here, and we can see the expression on our main character Xylo. Then he grudgingly makes another covenant. This is here during the time of covenant. He says that okay, this is the second time. He's doing it for a second time with a second goddess, which is a big revelation, I think. So we have a dramatic scene here, awesome scene when he's making a covenant with the goddess Teorita, which will lead to the victory of the battle. And just as he finished making covenant with her, we see an attack that is unleashed by the goddess herself. Now here she pulled off another attack from another anime. Now the attack she pulled off is going to be a total 100% Gilgamesh attack. There is a rain of swords falling down on this monster, which is again the same attack used by Gilgamesh from Fate series. This is awesome animation, by the way, and the rest of the monsters is being picked off by our main character Xylo. Now here comes the Demon Blight number 47. They call him Demon Blight number 47, meaning that there were 46 other Demon Blight before it. I think the world building or setting in this anime is out of this world. They have been killing demon over and over and over again. It's not like they kill one demon blight and it's over. It was demon blight number 47, and after that we have another fight scene. The animation here is consistently very good and an awesome spectacle to watch it. He then dives towards the demon blight number 47 with the goddess on his shoulder. We see him going forward and attacking on the way. He is now then running on top of the demon blight number 47. He does a big strike, to which the goddess helps him with a big ass sword, golden sword, which then he plunges into the monster, and then we have a explosion. Another reference from another anime called Konosuba. However, this strike does not kill him, so the monster is injured, and the part where he is injured, there are blobs of mass coming forward, which to then attacks our main character and the goddess, but our main character blocks the attack by shielding the goddess. After that, we get to see Dota again. He stole something again, and using the stolen item, our main character goes again and plunges that into the monster. Finally, we are greeted with another explosion which kills the demon blight number 47. Now here they pulled off a Gilgamesh attack, and the main character, the power of the main character seems like it's closely related to Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia, because whenever he's throwing items or plunging item into the demon, they are exploding. It's an explosion type of power. I do like the special effect they give whenever he uses flight seal as well. Again, the animation here is awesome. Now towards the end, we see Commander Kivia coming back just as they were having a good movement. He was about to pat the head of Goddess Teorita. He is reminded of this another goddess, and here we come to know that his full name is going to be Xylo Forbats, and he's actually a goddess killer. The reason because this is a second comment for him, because he has actually killed first goddess that he had a covenant with, and that's why he's being called as a goddess killer. Now, right now, we have a small flashback showcasing events of why he's called a goddess killer. We move back to a quote. Now, this quote seems very ominous in my opinion. We can see only sunlight towards the middle, or the spotlight towards the middle section of the quote, and surrounding the quote there is pure darkness. Again, very ominous, like Central 47 from Bleach. Now here they have a very long conversation. So the gist of the conversation is that this hero is currently being framed, and he is currently being framed from what it looks like is going to be the people who are giving him the orders, who made the final judgment, whose faces are hidden behind a cloth. The reason he killed the first goddess is because the first goddess used all of her power and she was being corrupted, meaning that this goddess has a potential to become a demon blight towards the end. Therefore, the hero had no choice but to kill the goddess at that point. The people who are giving him, who are making the sentence, do not accept his side at all, because again, it seems like they are the same people who framed our main character to begin with. Right now, right there, our main cat understands what's going on and is first to take revenge, to get back at them. And that's how the end the first episode of the anime, Sentenced to be a Hero. Now, first impressions, this is an awesome anime. I think 60-minute first episode was a great idea. The animation and art style is awesome. The animation and art style reminds me of another anime called Heavenly Delusion and Zeref of the End. Haven't talked about Zeref of the End in a while. So art, animation, fire. First episode 60-minute fire, and the story is very good. There are so many unanswered questions, like how this hero reincarnation work, why is god is fighting in the front line, what is going on with this world. We haven't seen a human settlement in the entire first episode. We were entirely into the battlefield here. So I think this is an awesome way to start an episode, and this is an awesome anime from the looks of it. First impression, I will give it a 10 out of 10 rating in my opinion. Sentenced to be a Hero, first impressions, episode 1 review, awesome stuff. I have nothing but praise for this anime. So that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts and opinion in the comment section below. Have you watched the brand new anime Sentenced to be a Hero? What do you like about the anime? What kind of nostalgia are you feeling by watching this anime? As I said earlier, it is a mixed vibe of Heavenly Delusion, Zeref of the End, and to some degree Mushoku Tensei as well. And I will end this video. I have been yapping on for quite some time. This time for real. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, peace, and take care.